Hello students, welcome back to business statistics class. So today we will be solving last set of normal distribution problems. So the 30th problem is x is a normal variate with mean mu and standard deviation sigma. Find the probability that x takes a value in the 2 sigma neighborhood of mu. What percentage of observations would you expect to lie within the 2 sigma limits? So this type of question is not asked in your examination, but it is a general problem of or a general way of asking many other problems. So in this question they have given x as a normal variate with parameters mean mu and standard deviation sigma, and in this problem they have not given any numerical value for mu as well as sigma, but they have given to find the probability of x such that it lies between mu minus 2 sigma and mu plus 2 sigma. So here neighborhood means the value which is near mu. So mu is surrounded between 2 sigma and 2 sigma. Once it is plus 2 sigma and other times it is mu minus 2 sigma. So say mu is 100 and sigma is 50, or say mu is 20, mu is 100 and sigma is, or standard deviation is 20, then when they give x takes the value in 2 sigma neighborhood of mu, then it will be 100 minus 40, that is 2 into 20 is 40, and 100 plus 40. So x lies between 60 to 140, that is x lies between mu minus 2 sigma and mu plus 2 sigma. So instead of giving the values, they have directly given x lies between 2 sigma neighborhood of mu. So we'll see the solution. First step is to find out standard normal variate, that is z. So x minus mu by sigma, then z follows normal distribution with mean 0 and sigma 1. So we have to find out probability that x takes the value in the 2 sigma neighborhood of mu. So what we have to find out? Probability of mu minus 2 sigma less than x less than mu plus 2 sigma. So what we will do for x and for the other terms, we'll subtract with the mean and divide with the standard deviation. Same steps, no difference. So for this step, subtract with mean mu, divide with sigma. Same with this and same with the third term. So this term is rz, and now here you can see you have plus mu and minus mu, it will get cancelled, and sigma will get cancelled, therefore we will get minus 2. Then here it is again plus mu and minus mu will get cancelled, you will be remaining with 2 sigma by sigma, and sigma will get cancelled, you will be remaining with 2. Therefore we have got probability of z which lies between minus 2 and plus 2. So this is the graph. Now you have to find out this area, that is from minus 2 to plus 2. So what we will do? Area from minus 2 to 0 plus area from 0 to 2. So from the table we can get this area from 0 to 2, which is 0.4772. So it is over here, area under z value as 2, which is 0.4772. So we have written area from 0 to 2 as 0.4772. Now to get area from 0 to minus 2, it is nothing but again area from 0 to 2. So it is 0.4772. Therefore probability of x lies between mu minus 2 sigma and mu plus 2 sigma is 0.9544. The second sub question they have asked is what percentage of observations lying within the 2 sigma limit is. Therefore, to get percentage, what we have to do for the obtained probability, we have to multiply by 100. Therefore, now it is 100 into 0.9534, which is 95.44%. So this much percent of observations will be within 2 sigma limits. So the 31st question is, the first and the third quartiles of normal distribution are 41 and 60.4 respectively. Find the median. So in this question they have given Q1 and Q3, which is 41 and 60. They have asked to find out median, that is capital M or Q2. So here's the property. By using the property of normal distribution, we can easily find out median. So because normal distribution is symmetrical, quartiles are equidistant from median. So suppose this is a normal curve. So it is a bell shaped, imagine. So median will be in the middle. Then Q1 and Q3 are equidistant from median. So whatever distance is for between Q1 and M, the same distance is from Q3 and M. So with this property we can find out median. Therefore median will be the average of the first quartile and third quartiles. Always remember, median for normal distribution using quartiles is the mean of first quartile and third quartile. Therefore median is Q1 plus Q3 by 2. So Q1 is 41, Q3 is 60.4. When you add, you will get 101.4. So 101.4 divided by 2 is 50.7. So this is your median. Further, if they are asked along with mean, find mean and mode, then we know again for a normal distribution, mean, median, mode are equal. Therefore mean equal to median equal to mode is equal to 50.7. In the question they can give find the first quartile and third quartile. They can give the values of first and third quartiles, and they can ask you to find out the mode. Initially you might find there is no relation between mode and quartiles, but then remember, in normal distribution all three central tendencies, that is mean, median, mode, are equal. Using this, first find out median, then you can say median and mode are equal. So the 32nd problem is, for a standard normal variate Z, find probability of Z greater than 2.58 and probability of Z less than 2.58. So in the first sub question you have to find out probability of Z greater than 2.58. So Z can take values from 2.58 to infinity. So first what we have to do, area from 0 to infinity, which is 0.5. In that, if you subtract area from 0 to 2.58, we will get area from 2.58 to infinity. So it is 0.5 minus 0.495, and area under 2.58 is 0.4951. Therefore it is 0.0049. So this is the probability of Z greater than 2.58. Here they have not given any x, they have not given any parameters, but they have asked to find out probability of Z taking certain values. So this type questions can be asked for 2 marks. So we have solved many problems. So I hope by now it is very easy to find out area under the normal curve. Next they have asked area from minus Z is less than minus 2.58. So less than comes, therefore Z takes the value from minus infinity to minus 2.58. So it is nothing but area from 2.58 to infinity. So it is 0.5 area from 0 to infinity is 0.5. In that, if you subtract area from 0 to 2.58, we will get the answer which is same as the previous one, which is 0.0049, because this probability is equal to finding probability of z greater than 2.58. So 33rd problem is, a normal variate has mean 60 and variance 36. Find the first and the third quartiles. So here mu is given and variance is given, that is sigma square is given, which is 36. So standard deviation will be square root of variance, which is square root of 36. Therefore sigma is 6. So from the properties of normal curve, we had studied lower quartile, that is q1 equal to mu minus 0.6745 sigma and mu3 is mu plus 0.6745 sigma. Substitute the value of mu and sigma and simplify, you will get the answer. For this, first multiply 6 with, here multiply 6 with 0.6745 and then whatever answer you will get, that answer has to be subtracted from 60. Don't subtract 60 minus 0.6745 and then multiply with 6, it is wrong. First do the multiplication and then subtract it from 60, we will get it as 55.953. Then for upper quartile, add that value, we will get 64.047. So these are lower quartiles and upper quartiles. You need to remember the formula, which is mu minus 0.6745 sigma for lower quartile. For upper quartile, it will be mu plus 0.6745 sigma. So these type of questions can be asked for 2 marks. And also remember, when variance is given, don't take it as sigma equal to 36, it is variance, so you have to find out standard deviation first. So in the next class, we will see relationship between binomial distribution and Poisson distribution. So for today, that's it. Thank you.